Hello, my name is Tom Scott and I am training to become an Olympian in karate. I'm going to take you through a typical day of eating that supplements my training. There are weight classes in karate and mine is 165 pounds, so I have to stay underneath that. Some athletes do drastic weight cuts to maintain their weight classes, but I generally train at weight year-round. So I like to eat lean, I like to train and feel my weight, and then avoid impacting my performance by doing drastic weight cuts. All right, and here's what a day of eating looks like for me. So I wake up at 6:30 in the morning. I have to be at the track at 7:30. So I look for something pretty light for my first breakfast. So I look at a lot of fruits. I like bananas, blueberries, apples, tangerines. Those are pretty easy and quick. And then also I like to start off with some cereal and milk. Cereal and milk is such a staple for me. My wife and I will have maybe 6 or 7 different types of cereals. Cocoa Pebbles, but then also some good ones, your Wheaties, your Mini Wheats, and Life is one of our favorites. I'll do generally 45 minutes at the track, but then after that I'll head home for my real breakfast at around 9 o'clock. And when we're looking at real breakfast now, I'm really gonna target some of the proteins, so I'm gonna get at least maybe two or three eggs, sometimes fried, sometimes scrambled, and I'll pair that with some toast and peanut butter for good energy for the rest of the day. After breakfast in the morning, I'll head to the karate school, and there we'll pick up with training, or I'll teach classes generally throughout the daytime. Lunch for me is usually around noon, midday. When I'm looking at my lunches, I like to bring with me either bread and deli. So I'll make simple sandwiches with lettuce, tomato if I can. I'll generally try and get some oatmeal in with, I like to add brown sugar and maple syrup and some butter. If I can, some milk, and that kind of gives it a good flavor for me. Around 3 p.m. I'll have my first snack. After lunch, I'm generally at the karate school from noon till about 6 or 7 in the evening. So for me, it's really important to continue snacking to keep my metabolism going, and also just make sure that I'm not hungry and complaining all the time. Generally for snacking, again, we keep the fruit up all day. I like to, again, go back to cereals. So this might be where I'll hit the sweeter cereals in the afternoons, peanut butter and toast. Try and get even some of the Marathon goo packets. My own practice and training starts at 7 p.m. where we practice the fighting techniques that apply to our competitions, and that lasts about 2 hours. For dinner, for me, I like to generally keep it again pretty lean, and so we're looking at pastas with palm-sized grilled chicken, just to make sure that I'm not overeating and again causing myself problems for making weight later. We'll also have a little bit of a side salad and some veggies, squash or zucchini, sometimes a sweet potato as well. Even though I'm generally done eating at the day, I love cereal so much that I'll generally finish off with a nightcap of cereal and milk as well, just to get that comfort food in and also make sure I don't go to bed hungry. Usually I'll do some protein powder right after the track workout or right after training at the dojo. For us, it's really important to find things that are NSF certified or that we know for well that has been tested and is clean. You have to be very careful because you don't want to put anything in your body that could get you disqualified from competition. Cheat day for me is definitely hamburger. I like everything on it, so ketchup, lettuce, tomato, onions, but generally usually pretty plain. A standard hamburger works well for me. All right, so that's a typical day of eating for me that supplements my training really well, and I'm excited to continue chasing the Olympic dream.